listen, I think I'm turning red just like
By the way,
literally
I'm
talking
watching
about it
you
right now.
You're sweating. I can see it.
I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God, I need to turn on the AC in here.
Shannen Doherty gets candid about her sex life. On a recent episode of her podcast, Let's Be Clear with Shannen Doherty, the Beverly Hills 90210 alum, joined by her friend Anne-Marie Courtwright, opens up about how cancer treatment affects her libido and visiting an OBGYN that specializes in women's sexual health.
You know, one of the things that I've been very honest with you about, and we sort of have gone down the path together, you've like taken me to Dr. Sherry Ross, was what cancer does to your libido, what it does to, I mean, listen, when you're feeling not great about yourself, that's going to kill your libido. But then when it actually impacts your libido, when meds take your libido away, or it makes, you know, things not as pleasant, like sex doesn't feel as good, whatever it is.
Shannen goes on to share that the doctor, quote, makes me blush due to her conservative upbringing, and that her relationship with her ex-husband was one of the main reasons she decided to go.
She makes me blush a little bit, I gotta be honest.
Like, I know, you're so much more, even though we're both conservatives in our own upbringings and like our backgrounds, I'm kind of like, I think the modeling business is a little bit more open than the way you were. And I remember sitting in the office with her because, of course, I took Shannen to the OB appointment and I sat there with her because that's what I do. And I remember.
And by the way, she took me because, you know, I specifically said to her, like, I need to do something.
Things are not working.
Things aren't working. And this isn't the life that I want to live. And, you know, I also don't want my husband to live like this. So I need to, you know, figure this out. Yeah. And so Anne-Marie, I already had a gynecologist, but she was like, no, there's one person that you need to go to, and that's Dr. Sherry Ross.
Her friend Anne then details what the doctor told Shannen to do next and how she, quote, never seen her this embarrassed.
Shannen gets her exam and she comes out, she's like, meet me in the office. I'm sitting in the office and she's got all of these little displays of things. Of toys. Then she goes, here, Shannen, take this. And Shannen like shoves it in her bag. She's like, you think you can see it? And I'm like, no one can see it. No one knows it's in there. She's like, are you sure? And she's like, you're going to take this home and this is how you're going to use it. And she was like, Shannen was like, I've never seen her this embarrassed. I was probably the only time. And I was like, and then the next day I'm like, so how did it go? And you're like, I'm not telling you. And I go, it's still in your bag, isn't it? She's like, yep,
still in my bag.
Still in the bag.
Still in my bag. I think it stayed in my bag for a really long time. I mean, listen, I think I'm turning red just like
by the way,
literally
I'm
talking about it right now.
You're sweating. I can see it.
I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God, I need to turn on the AC in here.
However, the 52-year-old, who was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015, states that her cancer treatments weren't the only thing impacting her sexual drive. It also had to do with, quote, just getting older.
But people don't understand that it's not, you know, perimenopause, menopause, just getting older, all of it impacts not just, you know, your exterior. It doesn't just impact your skin, but it's also impacting the whole way that your body is reacting and responding. And then you add to that cancer meds, you add to that chemo, and it just zaps you of everything.
As fans recall, after going into remission from her breast cancer, the actress revealed in July of 2023 that the cancer had metastasized to her brain. Then in November, sharing that her stage 4 condition spread to her bones as well.